Today is a 772025, and probably there is some special meaning for this day. I don't know, but after class, my wonderful students, Matthew from California, San Jose, are going to research why today might be a very special day because he initiated. Matthew, how old are you anyway?
I am 10.
He's 10 years old, and I finished The Old Man and the Sea when I was in the third year of my college time. I finished the book in a week. And this guy finished the book in 3 hours or 2.5 hours, according to parents. And he said he already know everything. And I don't trust you, of course, but even if you understand 50%, you are wonderful. Make sense? So today I'm going to use 6th to 8th grader American middle school lesson plan, go through this one with you. But of course, we can study this book high school level, AP, IB level, and college level. Ernest Hemingway is a wonderful guy. He got the Nobel Prize basically on this book. It's one of the best book ever, and the language is simple, easy, powerful. And I hope all the boys will read this book and make you strong, psychologically strong, and so you can conquer all the difficulty in life with relatively ease of mind, right? This book will make you tough and strong.
Yeah.
Okay, not only in terms of muscle. Now, Matthew.
Okay.
And talk about this book. What you learned.
So,
read about everything. Go.
So a basic summary is there's this old man who lives in a shack. He's the protagonist of the story. Well, you could say he's a side character. You could say the fish is the protagonist of the story. Anyway,
yes. The marlin fish is one of the main characters. Keep on going.
And the first character we get to know in the story is the old man. The second one is the young boy, which helps the old man helps his old man live by live by through challenges, and then he's very helpful, and he always has his hopes up. That's why later, and also he has a really good helping hand, and that's why later on, the old man keeps on saying, "I wish the boy was here."
What? This book is also about friendship between people of a different generation, the old man and the young boy. Okay, keep on going.
So the story starts out in the shack the day before before the old man goes out and fishes. So it's almost nighttime, and the old man and the boy run through some fiction. After that, the old man starts to sleep in his shack, and the boy leaves to get some dinner. It's a big dinner. When he comes back, the old man is already sleeping, and then the boy wakes him up. After they eat the hearty dinner, the boy returns to his house, and the old man sleeps. When the old man awakens on the second day, he creeps into the boy's house. The boy is sleeping on a what was it called again? Camping bed or something like that. Cot on the ground, maybe to wake up early. The old man wakes him up, and then they set off to ready their boats and supplies.
Wonderful.
One of their supplies are the sardines that they need to use to catch fish. As the boy gets the sardines, the old man stops at a pub or something like that. I forgot its name. And the boy buys some one coffee. Yeah, a
Mhm.
coffee. Yeah, it's coffee. After that, the old man sets off without the boy, and he drifts away from the city, but then he tries to make sure that at night he can still see the city lights so he won't get lost.
Beautiful. Mhm.
And then he sets up some fishing lines with these green sticks that will snap when a fish is pulling on them.
Good job.
And then so when one snaps, he reels it back in. When one snaps, he noticed that it hasn't. Wait, no, it's not like that. No, that's a different one. He reels it in, and then its first catch of the day is a small tuna.
Good. How do they deal with the small tuna?
He eats it. He eats it later on.
No. You want to say hi to my students here?
Hello.
Yeah, go. Oh, Jerry. Can Jerry come here to say hi to my wonderful student from California? And he's reading this wonderful book. What book he's reading? To Kill a Mockingbird. The two California boys probably take your book, so don't cry. Go get it. This book is fine, just as fine. Okay, go.
That's really hard. Anyway, so after he gets the tuna, there's this blackbird that he follows. This bird is circling. That means he knows that means it's found fish, and he's circling the fish, waiting for it to rise up and to catch it. He keeps on following the bird, but then soon the bird is out of sight. After that, one of his deeper lines, it's not on the green stick. Something is nipping on it. It's not fully eaten it yet, and then so he sort of chants it to, sort of like says, "Come on, eat it," something like that. And then it does. And then it's the marlin. And then so it starts to pull straight away from the island, and the city lights are getting even more faded and faded. Now he knows which direction they're going in, west. So he knows he has to turn east back to home, or the opposite way. He's being pulled by the marlin. Well, he doesn't know it's a marlin. He knows it's a big fish. While he's struggling for it to start to tire, he catches a dolphin on the way and remarks, "It's a good fish. It's a good fish to eat when it's cooked, and it's a poor one to eat when it's raw."
He have no salt, right? He have nothing to cook the fish. So he eat the dolphin rare with no salt and no lemon. If you have lemon and you have salt, that can be a very good sushi, like the Japanese people.
But to his surprise, there's two undigested flying fish, and he favors flying fish, so he eats one for strength, and and he gets back to trying to tire out the marlin. How it goes is so the marlin is pulling his boat. He is leaning to the back of the boat, trying to create as much drag. After that, he puts like some planks or something like that sideways to create even more drag and make it harder for the marlin.
Wonderful.
Finally, the marlin jumps. He can see that the hook.
The beautiful jump. before the marvelous Marlin's death, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The
So
last jump.
oh
The
yeah.
beautiful jump. The last life's magnificent struggle. Go.
Oh yeah. He knows it's a male. He knows it's a male even before his jump because females do violently thrash around like, oh no, they don't, and males are like more calmer. That's like what because like he said, oh, he caught he caught a female marlin or something like that before, and it thrashed around wildly, but this one did not. And then the male one did not.
So this one die with dignity, right? Die with dignity. Keep on going.
So he jumped after. So now he is in an internal dilemma. Whether thinking, because the hook is on the fish's side of its mouth like this. It's not like secured, but then
Wonderful.
But then if it dives down deeper, then it can die there, and then he cannot get it back.
Beautiful.
But and then so when he's sleeping, he gets yanked
Yes.
by the marlin again, and then his face lands into some of the dolphin meat. He quickly regains control and throws the dolphin meat away and eats another flying fish for
nutrition.
For nutrition and strength. Finally, the marlin starts a really big circle. The old man his water's low, and he forces it to make even tighter and tighter circles so that he can harpoon it.
Wonderful.
After he harpoons it, he realizes he's like, no, it can't be that big. And so he puts it on. It's longer than his boat. So he mounts it on the side of his boat, like not on the boat, like on the side. He ties it to the side of the boat, but then he knows that the wound is pouring out lots of blood, and then the blood will attract sharks, and it does. So while on his journey back, first off, the sharks come, and then he uses harpoons to fend them off, but then his harpoon gets lost. Gets pulled down by a dead shark. Another one. After that, he gets his knife and he straps it onto an oar butt, and then his knife also gets broken. But then the oar is also broken. But then he still has a broken oar for defense. And they keep on taking big chunks out of the marlin. And when he returns to shore, the marlin is nothing. It's almost nothing but a skeleton. And some background is he was known for being very unlucky, but then he was lucky also unlucky. Lucky because he got the big marlin, unlucky because all those sharks came to him. So it's sort of a two-way resolution. And
wow, congratulations.
And was some tourists questioning what is that skeleton, and then a native says like something eat shark, and they're like, wow, I never knew that the shark's doors like tail fin was that beautiful or something like that.
Well, congratulations. You finished, Matthew?
Yeah.
I'm already getting a little bit jealous. Again, I finished this book when I was in third year college in law school. Make sense? And this book helped me to go through a lot of life's struggle and give me strength. I'm very proud you already understand this wonderful book And this wonderful book is here, The Old Man and Sea. And if you understand everything in the Wikipedia, you are wonderful. Now, tell me something. Do you know anything about this author?
Not much.
Staring at you.
Not
I'm
much.
going to teach you about this author.
Okay.
Ernest Hemingway. He happened to be one of my favorite authors. I read The Sun Also Rise, The Farewell to Arm, a little bit of To Have or Have Not. I don't like it. I finished For Whom the Bell Tolls. I didn't finish this one, Across the River and Into the Trees. And I finished a lot of his very short story. But The Old Man and the Sea, probably his best. Probably his best. There is so much knowledge, so I keep on coming back to this wonderful story. And even if you understand 50% of this wonderful book, you are already wonderful. Another thing is that he used the best English language. Right now, the school gave our students so much trash to read, to study. So I make a middle school lesson plan for you because you are wonderful. Make sense? 6th to 8th grader, and then there is a college level. Okay, now read it for me. So this book supposed to be finished in 2 to 3 weeks. Now, what's the main idea? Now read for me. Go. Matthew.
Okay.
Perseverance. What is
Duration 2 to 3 weeks can be adjusted. Perseverance, pride,
what is the perseverance? What is perseverance? You don't know. I guess you don't know.
Perseverance is
what that mean?
Is like continuing on, sort of like pioneering, but then with more like saying even though it's really hard, you continue on.
Wow, congratulations.
Determination.
Perseverance. Listen. Perseverance is a virtue. It's a virtue. When life becomes very hard, you don't give up. Keep on doing what you want to do. Now, read loud and clear. Go. Perseverance. Matthew, you understand it, but not enough. Go. Perseverance. Read the whole thing. Go.
Okay.
Matthew, read the definition for me. Go.
Persisting in a course of action, a purpose or state, especially in the face of difficulties, obstacles, or discouragement. It's not about giving up even when things are hard or when facing setbacks.
So perseverance is a main idea of this wonderful book. When the temptation of giving up is so strong, you keep on doing. Pride. Man was nature, isolation. He's doing this thing all by himself. And also aging gracefully. You know nothing about aging. Okay, I don't know much. But I hope when I'm eventually getting old, I would like this fish. And also Ernest Hemingway. Maybe I don't want to learn from Ernest Hemingway, but I would like to learn from the fish. To die with dignity. To die with dignity, courage. So this book will help you reading comprehension, and we are going to go through 20 discussion questions to see how much you understand. 20%, 50%, I think you guys right now, you understand. Maybe 75, maybe 70. Wait. And all the hardest vocabulary, middle school level or college level. Critical thinking skill. And eventually you have to write an essay for me. Okay, now read this. Summarize the plot. You did it beautifully. Analyzing the main character, Santiago. Tell me the Santiago. His relationship with nature and the boy. Go.
And his relationship with the nature. And
now tell me something. Go.
So Santiago treats nature like his siblings. If he had siblings, and then treats the boy as his like grandson, something like that.
Oh, like his students or his son.
Yeah.
like his students, and they also like a friend. See, a very mixed feeling, right?
Okay.
Master and apprentice. So the young boy come to his ship to learn how to fish, yes or no, right?
Yes.
At the very beginning, and they trust each other, and they have a kind of a friendship at the end, and the friendship become very, very intense, like a father and son relationship too. Identified the symbols. Tell me about the marlin.
So the marlin. So the marlin is maybe like a goal that you're trying to get, but then maybe like a prize.
Yes. Yes, he called the marlin as his brother. Why? He's killing the marlin. But why he called the marlin his brother?
Because he has deep respect for it, and then he's like, oh, he understands like how tough it must be or something like that.
Good job, good job. The marlin with the dignity, with the beauty, right? With the grace, with dignity, doesn't give up. But even though the marlin knows he's going to die, he died with dignity. And the line, where did the line happen in this book?
They have
He's a useful dream. The dream of his strength when he was young.
And the sea is more like maybe a vastness of challenges and prizes or something like that.
The sea in the book is a female character, and you don't understand anything about that. You will understand it in the future. 0 to 10, how much vocabulary, if I'll give you a quiz, how difficult or how easy? Can you say it straight? Say it straight, Matthew.
Okay.
0 to 10, how much you understand the vocabulary of this book? If I give you a quiz from 0 to 10, give me a number. Go ahead.
Okay. I think maybe like 9.
Wow.
Many words that are like in Spanish or something that I don't understand.
Yeah. I will quiz you. Without any Spanish words. Is that fair? Okay. Hardest 20 without answer. Let's try it. If you don't know, then let's do that. High school level. Wow. Middle school, high school, AP and IB, and early college students. The focus on theme, symbol, style, and character analysis. Keep on going. Now read the number 1, tell me A, B, C, D. What best symbolizes Santiago's enduring spirit throughout the novella? Go.
His enduring spirit, I think is the marlin or his bleeding hands, because
No, you can only choose one.
Okay, I think the marlin.
The marlin is the correct. Congratulations. Listen, this is middle school, high school, AP, IB, early college, like me, first year and second year level. Keep on going. Read it. Go.
Okay.
Why does
Santiago refuse the boys' help during the fishing expedition? He wants to he's bound by personal pride. He wants to prove all the other people wrong, that he can catch some good fish.
That's right. Why A, C, and D are wrong? He respects the boy. He's the master of the boy. He told the boy he respects him. Make sense? He don't want to punish himself. He have a pride in his skill. Good job. Number 3, of course, you don't know number 3, which is okay.
Minimalist prose reflects which of the following literary techniques. I have no idea.
Of course, you have no idea because it's college level. Can you take notes? Show me your notebook. Show me a wonderful notebook. Show my wonderful students respect to his old teacher.
Okay, here you go.
Which that's your notebook. Minimalist pose mean use as little vocabulary as possible. Using as little vocabulary as possible. Use the simplest language to talk about wonderful things. The answer is a stream of consciousness. These are the college level. I'm going to teach you the stream of consciousness in this wonderful book. Okay, minimalist is a style in art, in music, in architecture, in poetry, in novel. In terms of writing novel, write it down. In terms of writing a novel, in terms of minimalist post style, this book is #1 to my understanding. Oh, damn it, I'm wrong. The iceberg theory. The iceberg theory in this book. That means I need to teach you iceberg theory for... No, wow. Read it for me, go. Iceberg theory.
Iceberg theory, okay. The iceberg theory is, in its most common usage, refers to a writing technique popularized by Ernest Hemingway. It suggests that the deeper meaning of a story should be implied rather than directly stated, much like an iceberg where only a small portion is visible above water.
See, probably only 10 to 20% of the iceberg you can see. The majority of the ice from the iceberg is under the sea. It's under the sea level. So you cannot see them, but you can use your imagination. You need to know that it's there. So he have a lot of materials. A writer should focus on the surface detail, the visible part of the iceberg, while leaving the deeper meaning, theme, emotion to be inferred by the reader. So you as the reader, right, Matthew, and me as a reader, have to use your logic, use your emotion to understand. So this book, Matthew, are you listening? This book I read at least 20 times. I teach this book for 20 times. So each time when I'm teaching you, I'm still learning from you. So my homework for you is read this book at least 3 times. The smartest people can understand the book in 3 times. I'm not smart. I read 20 times, 30 times, 40 times. But when I'm teaching you, after so many years from my college time, I'm still learning from you. That's why I love teaching, right? That's why I love teaching. Now I'm teaching you, I improve myself. Make sense? It makes sense. You don't say okay. You say make sense. Or maybe you can say, hey, it doesn't make sense. It's okay, right? It's okay. You say it doesn't make sense. That's okay. So now you read it #2. Go.
Okay. Number 2, this approach, also known as the theory of omission, creates a more engaging and thought-provoking experience. And experience as readers actively participate in constructing the story's meaning.
So basically, when you read the book in your mind, in your imagination, you have to get all your power of imagination to gather all of them to read this book. You build a castle. You build a structure that is bigger than what you can see from these 25,000 words. Make sense? Hemingway believed that by omitting certain detail, especially about, we don't know this old man, whether he has a wife or children, we don't know. How many wife, how many children he had, he have nobody with him right now, right? He's old, he's tired. But we don't know about his youth. We know he dreamed about Africa. When he was young, he's right now in his hometown in Cuba, right? Cuba. Havana. But in his youth, he traveled around the whole world. Africa, the line, we can only imagine his youth. his experience, his love life, whether he have children or not. That explains why he love and trust the boy and rely upon the boy so much. Make sense? Make sense? Because this guy have a story, but this story don't tell us the old man's story enough. But they give us some hint so you can use your imagination. So it take a lot of activity, active reading. If your brain are not active, you don't understand the book. Make sense? Now, example of this technique in his book, including Hail Like a White Elephant. I love this book. And The Old Man and the Sea. Okay, so that's why this book is wonderful, and maybe next time we will read a little bit together and we learn a lot from each other. Now you read number 4, go.
Okay, number 4. What is the following best? Which of the following best describes the relationship between Santiago and the marlin? A. Predator and prey. B. Brothers in struggle. It's B. Yeah, it's B.
Why? Why not A? Because the old man is a predator. Yeah.
He like literally says we're like brothers or something like that or something.
That's right. That's right.
And then you can and he feels for the marlin, so it's sort of like, I don't know, brothers later on.
Yeah, basically this old man saying, I need to eat you, and my job is a fisherman. I'm killing you, but I'm killing you out of necessity as my job, but I respect you. He don't respect shark. So marlin and shark in this book representing two different kind of creatures, two different kind of human character. Make sense? When I see the marlin, I see human. When I see the shark, I see the human. And if you can even write a college level of essay, compare shark and the marlin. Keep on going. Number 5, you did good. Can you sit straight?
Okay.
Loud and clear, go.
So Santiago views the sea as an neutral, an uncaring nature force. B, a battlefield. A C, a nurturing yet unpredictable entity. I think it's C.
And you are right again. That's why I need to very gladly report to your parents you actually understand the book. Make sense? So in this book, the sea is a female character. It can give you fish, give you food, take care of you very nicely, but they can take away everything from you, including your life. So it's a nurturing yet unpredictable entity. Well, do you know what happened in Texas yesterday during the holiday? Yes or no? You don't know. Research.
Yeah.
Flood in Texas. That is nature.
Okay.
1 hour ago. No, read for me. Go. Texas. That was happened 2 days ago.
Okay. Texas. Oh, oops. 4th of July. Texas. Death toll at 90. 10 campers missing. New flooding dangers. Live updates.
So homework. You need to research because you are in California, but this happened in Texas. These are Texas. These are in the hill countries. It's some of the most beautiful landscape ever. It's never happened in my lifetime. No, can you read for me?
Okay. We will be relentless.
Never give up. Go. Never. Almost like
search for that Texas flood survivors intensifies. A search for Texas flood survivors intensifies as Texas Governor Greg Abbott issued a disaster declaration for nearly 2,000 Texas counties.
2,000, which is 24 Texas counties, and so many young girls was killed. right? 27 counselors of mystic. And these are some of the most beautiful
27 children. Of this 48 adults and 27 children, 15 adults and 9 children are pending identification. At present,
it's very sad. And these are the land gave us food, right? Gave us beautiful scenery. Wow. Desperation grew as a Texas flood rescue stretched into the third day. People are still trying to save these boys. We are raining outside right now. The rain was so fast. So the nature gave us food, gave us a beauty, but sometimes kill us. Make sense? So that is the nature. So when we read these wonderful books, you relate these books to our real life. That was ongoing in 24 counties in Texas today. It happened 3 days ago and people are still struggling. Make sense? So that's why this is a wonderful book. And every time you read it, you learn something more. And you are wonderful. Tell your parents, I congratulate you that you actually understand. Now, number 6, go.
Okay.
Go.
Number 6. What does the lines in Santiago's dream symbolize? His desire, I think his useful vitality and peace, or like.
And you're right again. I'm really getting only a little bit more appreciation of you and a little bit jealous. Why I didn't read the book earlier in my life? Okay, make sense? The line means power, vitality, and at peace. When you are strong, you are at peace with the world. You have strength, you have self-confidence, right?
Okay.
Now he lost his useful vitality, but he still keep the dignity of the line. Make sense? So congratulations. What literary device is used when Santiago's suffering is compared to Jesus' crucifixion? What's that called? Allusion. I'm going to teach you these are college level. Congratulations, you did wonderful. You did wonderful. And I'm going to give you all these questions with answers to your email. And you are doing a wonderful job. Congratulations. And no. 50 hardest workup in the book without definition. The beautiful of ChatGPT is that it give us the best. Okay, number 1 to number 6. Tell me which word you don't know.
Okay,
Only
number 1.
tell me the ones you don't know.
I do not know. So phantom is 3 feet. Benevolent is like it is like annoying or something, like iridescent.
No, be quiet. BENE, take notes. BENE, be nice.
Oh, be nice.
Be nice, benefit. Think about the benefit. This is Latin root. I'm going to teach you a bunch of Latin root for law, for medicine, and for government, for literature. BENE. So anything start with BENE, be nice. Benevolent mean nice, mean the sea gave us a food, gave us everything. That's called benevolence. Which one you don't know? These are the hardest vocabulary for the book. Hardest. So you need to study. Which one you don't know? Go. I don't care which one you know.
Okay. The outline, and so I think I don't know undulation.
The sea wave go up and down, up and down, up and down. 19 to 24, go. Just tell me which one. Give me a number.
Okay. Gunwale, filament, burnished, dorsal, colligated. I think colligated.
Take notes.
Okay.
Take notes. I'm learning with you.
Coagulate.
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 Change to a solid, semi-solid state. This is a science. Science.
Coagulate. Coagulate.
Like a fat. They congeal, clot, solidify, is thicken. Like when you cut, sometimes when you cut your part of your body, the blood come out, but after 3 hours, the blood from liquid change into solid. That's called solidify. No,
Coagulate.
the old man's blood come out, right?
Yeah.
During the nighttime, and gradually the blood will
Coagulate.
coagulate. It means congeal, clot, solidify, thicken, harden. Make sense? So good job. These are high school, college level. I think majority of American high schoolers don't know that word. Majority of them. Maybe 90% don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know this one. You will know it if you're in Texas.
Bodia. Yeah, I don't know.
Small, often family-owned convenience store or grocery store. Urban area. We have a lot of these things in a very small grocery. We have a lot of them in Texas.
Okay.
Especially owned by immigrants. Right? Like these Indian people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, golden age. Okay. This store. We have a lot of them in Texas, in Houston. I don't know the other part. Okay. Small, often family-owned convenience store. Oh, there is tons of them in Houston. See, they have ethnic influence. Now read it. So I'm right. Go.
Okay.
Hey, I'm so right. Why I'm so right?
Ethnic influence. Many Bodias are associated with immigrant communities, particularly those of Hispanic or Latino background.
So see, why I'm so right is Hispanic or Latino background. So there's a lot of them in Houston, right? We have a lot of Latinos, and you should have a lot of them in your city. But San Jose is probably the rich area of, yeah, so you're doing wonderful. I'm very proud of you. So I'm going to send all 49. What's 49 mean?
49 nausea is seasickness or like sort of about to puke.
You are so right.
I need to go downstairs like start.
Right. I'm going to email a lot of these wonderful words and vocabularies to you.
Got it. Oh.
You have your battery taken care of? You need to take care of your battery.
My battery's better now.
Yeah. So these are the wonderful words I'm going to email to you, and there is no shame in read this wonderful book again and again and again. Make sense? And after class, I'm going to send you a bunch of wonderful stuff to you. And if you give up this book too early and too easy, that would be a shame. That would be a sad thing. Okay. Wonderful. So these are the 50 words I want you to understand. Now, can you remind me your parents' email?
Okay. My mom's email. Wang Ying. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Old man and the sea. For deeper analysis. Make sense? So you can study this one for a lot of harder level. So my second thing, I want you to go through the Wikipedia because there is so much wonderful information. And when you read, when you don't understand, you will ask me. And this one is the whole book. The whole book is here. But I still hope, I think you have a hard copy. But there is a free book here. This is the first round. So you will read the Old Man Sea Wikipedia and we discuss. And anything you don't understand, you ask me. Go. Go. The Old Man and Sea.
Okay, The Old Man and the Sea. He is a 1952 novella by the American author Ernest Hemingway, written in December 1950 and February 1951. It was the last major fictional work Hemingway published during his lifetime. It tells the story of Santiago, an aging fisherman, and his long struggle to catch
Stop. Sorry. Santiago is a real person. But here, Santiago symbolized Ernest Hemingway himself. When he was writing his book, he's getting ready to die. Eventually, he used his shotgun to kill himself because he's old, he's tired, there's so much bodily injury he accumulated over his long life. So the story of Santiago, he's writing his own story. He's preparing for his own death. Now I understand more. Go. An aging fisherman. He's an aging writer.
Okay.
So Santiago is himself. The Marlin is himself too. Keep on going.
The novella was highly anticipated and released into record sales, and the initial critical reception was equally positive, but the attitudes have varied significantly since then.
So, now keep on going.
Okay. Hemingway began to write The Old Man and the Sea in Cuba during a tumultuous.
Stop. Cuba. Tell me anything you know about this country.
Cuba is in the Gulf of America.
Okay, keep on going.
And then so it has a communist past, and it's still communist, I think. And there was lots of tension there, and it was famous for its Cuban Missile Crisis.
Wow. We studied Cuban Missile Crisis in my American history class. Congratulations, you still remember that. Congratulations. Keep on going.
Okay.
And the author is a good friend of a Cuban leader, or you can say dictator. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about politics, but keep on going. His period novel, Across the River and Into the Tree. I didn't finish that book, seriously. And he is not getting a very well reception about that. And he got a Nobel Prize, 1954. Okay. The best thing. And your homework is you need to go through the whole plot, but you did it wonderfully. Background and publication. Go.
Okay.
Matthew, go ahead.
Okay, got it. So The Old Man and the Sea was Ernest Hemingway's sixth major novel. Following The Sun Also Rises, A Farewell to Arms, To Have and Have Not, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and Across the River Into the Trees. Although the latter published on September 7th, sold 75,000 copies in its first month and remained on the New York Times bestseller list for 21 weeks. Critical reception was largely negative. Amid a breakdown in marital relations with his wife, Mary, Hemingway fell deeper into love with his muse, a young Italian Adriana Lynch, who spent the winter of 1950 to 51 in Hemingway's company in Cuba. Suddenly finding himself able to write in early December, and he completed one book published in 1970 as The Islands in the Streams of a planned sea trilogy, and as his passion for Lynch cooled, set about writing another story. In the mid-1930s, the Cuban guide Carlos Gurtis has related a story involving an old man and a giant marlin to Hemingway, who were told it in Esquire magazine and in an essay titled On the Blue Water, a Gulf Stream Letter. According to Mary Cruz, this tale was likely first told by the Cuban author Ramon Meza Soraz.
Okay, that's enough. So your homework is to research as much as possible about the legacy. You don't have to understand everything, but I do want you to find out some interesting facts. For example, today's homework is you research his theme, the main idea, the deeper meaning, the classical. Wow, Christian symbolism. This one is so hard. Okay, St. James, Apostle. I think maybe it's too much a stretch to compare the old man to some kind of a Christian Catholic saint. Okay, and compare Santiago to Jesus himself. And you need to know what is a passion. Of course, you know what is a crucifixion, right? So go through this one, and we will talk about it to modern meaning, modernism. Okay, so this one is pretty cool, right? And today, another mission I want you to do, and if you don't have the time, we'll study that tomorrow, is study the life of Ernest Hemingway. Study the life of Ernest Hemingway. And because I has been spending a lot of time on him, where's the email? Here. Here is the email. And you can watch some video about his life. How about that? You can research any that mean a good one, but I think Wikipedia always good. Or Britannic Encyclopedia, but it's too much a hassle. See, my other students even read the Chinese version. And look at this. He's a wonderful short story writer. And most of his short stories are even free. Make sense? Okay, how many wives he have? Number 1, number 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, he have 3 children. That is a signature. His life is very colorful. He participated in Spanish Civil War. Spanish Civil War. World War I, of course, he got injured in World War I. When he was very young, probably 19-year-old or even younger. Okay. So he experienced, so this guy his personal history is part of history. He participated in World War I, he participated in World War II. He said he single-handedly liberated Paris. Okay, this is such a guy. In between, he participated very actively in Spanish Civil War. And a lot of his story into he wrote them into his own novel. The Sun Also Rises is about World War I.
Mm-hmm.
And For Whom the Bell Tolls, Spanish Civil War. He participated in Normandy landing, the liberation of Paris, and then after all these long stories, he wrote Old Man and the Sea. He won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction, Nobel Prize, and then he shot himself. Okay, and if you go to Illinois, you can visit his museum. And then that's his happy baby.
Mm-hmm.
As a soldier in World War I. And he got, injured, right? See? 1918. Give me some more picture.
Mm-hmm.
And this part is the most productive part, American in Paris. He dealing with so many famous people. I read part of her book. This is a Jewish woman. Very super rich. He discovered so many talents and financed them. Use her money as a power to influence them. Okay. James Joyce, genius of the genius. And Ezra Pound, genius of the genius. And read this book. I just brought this last week. Look, this small little book, they cost me a lot of money.
Wow.
Ezra Pound, Selective Cantos. This guy is the genius of the genius. You can spend 2 lifetimes to study this genius guy. And I read the original. Of course, I have 1,000 pages, but I collect all his stuff. Okay. So you study Ernest Hemingway. I have 1 minute. Shame on me. Okay. So he make friends with a lot of these important people, but the most important is Ezra Pound. I hope in the future I can teach you, or not teach you, but learn with you about Ezra Pound. This guy is a genius of the genius. Anyway, and he protects so many genius. The Sun Also Rises. Oh, Picasso. Hemingway meet influential printing such as Picasso, this dude. And this dude, I don't know. But Picasso, everybody know. You need to study his printings.
Pablo Diaz.
Yeah, T.S. Eliot. Damn it, he know T.S. Eliot. Look at this T.S. Eliot book here.
Oh, are we almost out of time?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Wow.
No, I still have 1 minute. Are you trying to stealing 1 minute from me?
No.
Look how many pages. You're trying to steal my time.
Wow, that's a lot of things.
See? Why don't you read this whole book? I'm going to email that. No, I'm going to send this book to you.
That's gonna be hard, but okay.
That will be hard. I mean, in the future. I don't think you can understand that, but that would be your next 10 years enterprise. Okay. It take me 20, 40 years to finish these books for fun, for the fun of it. Anybody pay me for that? No. It's quite a torture to study these wonderful people. Okay, bye-bye. I will see you tomorrow.